Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, hello, hello. How are you? I'm very happy to be here with you today. Happy Tuesday. We will have Tarot Tuesday tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Facebook Live, and on YouTube streaming. So check it out. So I am Melissa, Evidential Medium and Master Instructor with IET, Integrated Energy Therapy. Yeah, so this morning, look at that. This was the card I pulled for us. Synchronicity, on divine time, flow state, meaningful coincidences. Everything happens for a reason, even though that is one of the most cliche statements that I struggle with. But it's so true. It's so true. Divine time is not our time. Divine time is when the dots are joined up, when the situation and you or the other person are in the same place at the same time, ready for the same thing, right? And so this can be really, really difficult to allow because we want to fight, we want to push, we want to make it happen, right? And synchronicity is about just allowing the coincidences to come in and not struggle against anything. It's kind of like be the dolphin, just go with the current, just go with the flow. And it can be hard when you don't have money or you don't have resource or you don't have partner or you don't have what you feel is support, right? And you don't feel like you have support. So yeah, very, very, I know some of the things I say are hard. I know that some of the things I say are practices and it takes time to get there, right? But it's Tuesday, and I know Tuesdays can be a challenging day because here's the thing. The weekend is over, Monday has happened, and now it's like Tuesday is like, ooh, I'm really in it. I'm really in this thing called this week, right? And if you have a traditional 9-to-5 job, it can be like, oh, I've got so many days, spanning ahead of me. But if you can stay present in the moment, what is going on in this moment? Not good or bad, not judging it, just what is. It allows you to move to the next moment more easily. And so today I would say set the intention to have a good outcome. Set the intention to be in the right place. Set the intention to feel good, even if you've got some hardships going on, even if you've got some things going on that are things you'd rather not deal with or things you'd rather not feel or things you would like to just push off to the background, right? Can't do it. We have to stand in it sometimes and wade through it because that's the only way that we're going to move beyond it. And so today, whatever you're struggling with, whatever is feeling like you really just want it to move out of here, right? I would say the best thing to do is go with the flow. Where are you being drawn to go? Where are you being inspired to go? Sometimes it's just a knowingness within that's leading you. And that's your spirit guide. That's the universe saying, hey, we need you over here because this is where your benefit is, or this is where your benevolent outcome is, or this is where your whatever you're needing is, right? So go where you're inspired to go. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. And sometimes the best thing you can do, and I know this is going to sound crazy, but instead of pushing and striving and driving, the best thing sometimes you can do is to sit back and not allow the lack mentality be the thing that's driving the train. So whatever the lack mentality is, I don't have enough resource, I don't have enough support, I don't have enough, right? Don't get into the victimization of they did me dirty so, or it's not my fault so, right? Let it go. Because here's the thing, if you were pushed out of something or you didn't receive something or you don't feel like you have enough of something, it's because that thing wasn't the right thing. And so get into gratitude. There it is. Look at that. Get into gratitude for what you don't have so you can draw more of that. Oh, I love that the Ace of Cups is coming out right behind the Five of Pentacles, right? So where you've been in lack, where things have not been showing up in the way that you want, or maybe where you've kind of manifested a situation. Because here's the thing, if you weren't loving what you were doing, if you weren't feeling valued at what you were doing, then yeah, it's time to move on to someplace where you do feel valued, where you do feel it. And I feel like that's what the universe was doing, is they were joining up the dots and saying, hey, we got to get you out of this one thing, the relationship, the job, the situation, whatever it was, so you can get into the new, right? We want to put you in a place where your cup is going to overflow, but we had to move you out of the thing that was in the way, right? Good morning, Kara. So I got two Karas, Kara Louise and Miss Kara. Good morning, Tammy. I hope you're doing well. Okay, let's see where Spirit wants to take this message. I'm just going to pull a couple more of these cards and then maybe go to a different oracle deck. Let's see. I think I'm feeling the Christ consciousness deck today. Yeah, the money's going to flow. So get into the good feeling. Get into the feeling of everything's going to work out. Get into the feeling that I am going on a new road, a new adventure, right? I'm going to meet a new person. I'm going to be in the right new situation, because that's where the flow is. That's where the resources, that's where things are going to work out. Where you had to, look at that, you had to walk away. And yeah, it maybe have broken, oh gosh, I got to need that other card. It may have broken your heart, but look at this. What was breaking your heart, you need to walk away from it so you can get the balance, you can get the harmony, you can get the justice. So yeah, the only way for you to get out of the lack and into the cup overflowing in the flow state is to walk away from what wasn't valuing you, what wasn't loving you, what wasn't being there for you, and get out of the victimization of, the victim mode of this, they did me dirty. It's their fault. I didn't do anything wrong. Whatever the victim, who cares? You're moved on. Go forward. Run in the new direction, because that is where the synchronicity is. That is where the justice is, in the new direction. So you might have to learn something new. You might have to step back and reflect on, what was the energy I was bringing to that? And how do I change that going forward? Because that's where the good stuff is. Okay, yeah. So let's get some support to go with this. Good morning, Natalia. Good morning, Elizabeth. All right. I like that the Justice card came out, because yes, even though whatever it was unfair, like wherever you're going will be more fair or more balanced, or you weren't going to receive maybe what you were promised. And again, this could be career, this could be job, this could be relationship, right? If you had someone really promising you the moon, it's like they broke your heart, but you got to walk away. Yeah. Look at that. Faith over fear. You can cope. Oh my gosh. Is that not perfect? I actually said this the other day before I saw this card. Wow. Faith over. I said something about leaning into the faith and letting go of the fear or something, but it was this idea. I just love how the universe, we're all in the flow, like we're all in the matrix, we're all in the same energy. And if we tap into it, it's all right there for us to utilize and be a part of. Wow, that's just amazing to me. Synchronicity in many ways, guys, not in just, things lining up for you, but also in messages, right? I love it. Do we truly believe and trust that we will be led to where we are meant to be, and that we will be shown what we need to see? Creating endless what ifs and focusing on what is amiss also can weaken our mental state over time. Instead, we are asked to be the peaceful eye of the storm and not add to the drama or difficulty, even if others around us are in panic. We will be given the strength to cope with anything that life throws at us, including, for example, divorce, illness, grief, trauma, or any hardship. God walks beside us throughout it all and is never truly asleep. Also know that this too will pass. Times may be rocky and upsetting, but better days will come. Build up a memory bank also of the times you have faced your fears and survived, flourishing even when you thought you would not, when help came from nowhere after your prayers were heard. It is easy to have faith when life is easy, but when times get tough, this is when we can truly put into practice rather than abandon what we stand for and believe in. The miracle of calming the waters and wind also feels symbolic of us being able to balance our emotions and thoughts, to be masters of our own ship, realizing that when we harmonize our inner state, this will be reflected in what will manifest externally. We can create calm waters or raging seas. Feeding our fear or feeding our faith is a choice we get to make. It takes practice to respond from a place of assuredness and strength, helped each time by the cumulative effects of choosing faith over fear. Seek to build up your divine, knowing that all is well and that you are equipped for any eventuality, unexpected or planned, in your life. You know, guys, I was kicked in the teeth yesterday, if you want to know the truth. I had a real big disappointment. And it's okay. Faith over fear, right? It's all going to work out. So I just don't want you to lose hope or feel like you're alone in whatever you're going through, that we all face challenges and difficulties and disappointment in resource, in dreams, in moving forward, because we have like this idea or expectation of what the moving forward is going to look like, right? And then it doesn't happen that way, in our very human way. So that's where we have to have the faith over the fear. And that's where the justice shows up. That's where the new beginning shows up. And that's where the flow comes into play. But we have to do the work. We have to do the work. We have to get out of the idea that we're a victim. We have to get out of the idea that someone's against us. The universe is against us. It's not. The universe, energy doesn't feel positive or negative, right? Energy just responds to energy. So if you're putting out the fear, that's what you're getting back. If you put out the faith, that's what you're getting back. Have the faith, because you can cope. You can receive. It's going to take some time. It's going to require effort. We have to do the work, right? But yes, that's how it's going to happen. All right, guys, I just want to go on here and take care of this spammer. Okay, so here's my disclaimer. I do not support any solicitors or any spammers that show up on my page. Be discerning about who you work with in person and online. There are very, very good people out there that are doing very, very authentic work. And then there's the whole other side of it, right? The people that just want to get in your wallet. So again, be discerning, but have the faith over fear. Have the faith over fear. All right. Let's see what else. And I know it's so hard when you don't know, like, where the next paycheck's coming from, or, you know, will you ever meet somebody that is more compatible or has your best interest at heart? I know it's hard. And I know that sometimes having faith is the hard part, because there's nothing tangible telling you or showing you that it's going to be okay. But if you drop down into your heart and you allow the signs and you believe in your higher self, God consciousness, God, goddess, the higher power, whatever it is, it's there. Whatever you want to call it, universal energy, God, God source, central sun, goddess. There is the open door, the Christ within you. Yeah. You have everything you need inside of yourself to have the faith over fear. That we all have that spark of divinity right within us. And tapping into that makes all the difference in the world. And so if you're really struggling, if you don't know where the next meal is coming from, or the next money source, or the next person, or the next support, right? Get quiet. Get quiet. Look at that, the Holy Spirit. It's always with you. It's always within you. And it's always guiding you. But you have to tap into it. You have to get out of the distraction. You have to get out of the egoic mind, the fear thoughts. Drop down into your heart. Allow the inspiration to show up. If there's nothing you can do, you've made the phone calls, you've put yourself out there in the way that you can, go do something joyful. Get some rest. Get in nature. Get your feet on the earth. Weed the garden. Sit under a tree and read a book. Go to some water. Don't strive and drive. You're actually blocking the blessings. You've got to get into the receptive mode, which is quiet and open and joyful. And I know that's hard when you're terrified. How am I going to make rent? Am I ever going to be loved? I know. Get into gratitude. Get into gratitude for this moment. Get into gratitude for what is going well, what you do have right now. Be present. Because again, the universe, positive or negative, they're going to bring you what you're putting out. Put out the positive. I'm grateful for this day. I'm grateful to be healthy. I'm grateful the sun is out. I'm grateful it's not raining. I'm grateful the coffee was hot. I'm grateful whatever works for you. 10 things every day for 21 days. Flip that mental monkey mind of fear, because that's going to flip everything in your external. When you flip the internal, you flip the external. So wherever you've had a door shut, wherever you have been disappointed or cast out, it's opening you up for new. Open doorway awaits with accessibility to Christ's energy and guidance that is non-denominational, does not have to be tied to church or any institution, is compatible with any other belief system, and is your personal invitation to a closer connection to Him. The door is never closed. It is not manned by anyone, and no one is barred entry. It is open to all, regardless of creed, color, class, and individual perspective. It also places no judgment on what you have been or done. It holds no record of wrongdoing. Rather, it celebrates your wish to elevate your consciousness and seek deeper spiritual nourishment. You are warmly welcomed. All that is required is that you dust off your feet and enter through its portal to holy ground. You may come alone or be carried by another, or you may bring someone, because there is room for all, and there will never be no room available at the inn. There is no part of your life that needs to be hidden from Him, and no aspect of who you are that bars you from Christ's love, attention, and care, nor any problem, whether you small or large. Do not allow fear or insecurity to alter what you think is possible, and do not let societal or family patterning think you cannot seek a personal connection with Jesus. Old paradigm thinking taught you had to be chosen in some way or sacrifice something to gain His presence. But this is redundant and ego-led rather. He walks beside you. All who seek His company, time, and love, always appearing humbly to help serve you, seeing all as worthy and seeing your divinity within. Right now, you are at this doorway in your life, and you are invited to open to something greater, to your connection to Him, either to deepen an existing connection or discover Him for the first time into your own Christ self. Allow the grace of love to sweep over you. Soak it into your skin, muscle, and bone, filling you with Christ's light, strengthening and fortifying you for what is ahead and to come. As your heart opens wider, it leads to further doorways and ever-expanding connection and experience until you realize that the church is you and your body is the temple, and that Christ consciousness dwells there and has made a happy home. Here lives love, and it flourishes as you water it daily via prayer, reflection, good deeds, being there for others and tending to your own needs and care. You are never alone. It took me a long time to recognize that. It took me a long time to accept that Christ was my Savior. And I don't say that as like a born-again Christian, because it sounded very much like that. But I'd been raised in a very strict religious that, he was this deity up here on a pedestal, not accessible. And what I have learned in this work, he is accessible. He's in your heart. He's the master teacher. He's willing to teach you. He's willing to walk with you. I have needed. So I don't want you to feel like you can't access him, you can't call on him, you can't feel his presence. He can't come to you in meditation. He is all around and everywhere. And all you have to do is ask. Invite him in. Invite him in. And today I would say whatever the difficulty is, whatever the divine timing is bringing you that isn't here yet, access him. Ask him in. Ask him to help you to open up, to help you, even if it's just to lift the burden off your heart, because you can't get to joy. You can't get to surrender because the fear is too heavy. Ask him to come in and take it from you, help you to carry it until such a time that you can carry it on your own again, until such a time that things really do start to feel better. Things are showing up. Divine timing is arriving. But until then, call on him. Ask him for the help. Ask him to show you the way. Ask him for a sign. And believe it when it shows up. And believe it when it shows up. If you're struggling and you need help to flip the script from half empty to half full, please go to my website, guidance311.com, and look at the integrated energy therapy, which is an energy healing modality that works with the 9 archangels to help you to transform the trauma, the hurt, the resentment, the anger, the victimization, the unworthiness, the powerlessness back into support so that you can start manifesting everything that you want, everything that you're here to have. We are here to be joyful. We are here to receive. And for some of us, it's very hard to get into the receptive mode because we are weighed down by past trauma and drama, that we're holding it the core level, the cellular level, the DNA level. And that's what the angels can come in and do, is help you to transform that. Simply setting an intention and allow them to help you get into living your best life, manifesting your desires, being happy, lighter, receiving your wishes, your hopes, your dreams, your most compatible partner, the right career path, whatever it is. It's truly, truly transformed my life. It's been profoundly changing for people I have worked with. There are testimonials on my webpage. So I am here for those of you who are ready to step into that journey. And I do say journey because it's not one and done. It is a journey. Any healing is a journey. Any healing is a journey. And what's wonderful about IET is it's going to complement any other healing you're doing, whether it's traditional medicine, talk therapy, other healing, holistic modalities. It supports it because the angels are going to come in and do the work. They're going to raise your vibrational frequency by pulling out what is keeping you down. So it's complementary to anything else. So if you see on my website or my YouTube channel in the healing section, there's a Reiki versus IET. And there is no versus. They work complementary. I actually have Reiki. And so my Reiki sometimes comes through my IET sessions. So the healing is going to come through me, whatever you need, whether it's the emotional, the spiritual, the physical, the mental, the energetic. All right, guys. So thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you for being here with me. Thank you for being on this journey with me. Thank you for letting me be a part of your journey, even if you're just someone who is here silently. Thank you for coming back. Thank you for the hearts on Facebook. That really does help me grow organically. And thank you for the subscribes on YouTube, as I am truly trying to get to be able to go live on YouTube. I'm trying to build that channel so that I can start to be more of a voice on there. But that's okay. We're one step at a time, and I'm all good with how this is all unfolding, because when you're truly surrendered, everything happens the way it's supposed to at the right time. So divine time is the right time, even though it doesn't feel like it. All right? So have a beautiful rest of your Tuesday. I'll be back tonight for a consciousness conversation at 7 p.m. Sending you so much love and so much light. You're welcome, honey. You too.